Chapter 474, The Rainstorm of the Ghost King. It starts in the Ghost Zone. Vlad Plasmius, after having been stripped from his human half and having been banished into the Ghost Zone for all eternity, was looking for something. He already had the skeleton key. An ancient and powerful key that enables him to open any door in the Ghost Zone. Vlad came across Pariah's castle. Vlad Plasmius, Pariah's keep. Here I can get my revenge on JD, Knudsen and Daniel. He went into the throne room and found the sarcophagus of forever sleep. Vlad, the sarcophagus of Pariah Dark. Nico, off screen, you sure know how to cause trouble, hey? Vlad Plasmius saw him. Nico, Vlad Plasmius, I presume? Vlad Plasmius, that's right, and you are? Nico, my name is Nicholas Chan. But everyone calls me Nico and I'm a scion from Earth. But also I'm the destroyer of Dan Phantom. Vlad Plasmius, so you are one of Daniel's friends. Nico, that's right. Vlad Plasmius, and, shocked, wait, what? You killed that monster future self of Daniel? Nico, yeah. I did. He paid for everything he did in the alternate time of 2015. Vlad Plasmius, you have no idea how evil that creep was then. But thank you. Nico, keep your thanks. I know what you are intending to do. You're gonna release Pariah Dark and start the war. Vlad Plasmius, unconvinced, what war? Nico, Maria had a terrible nightmare about the return of Pariah Dark and how he will come after us to get revenge. Vlad Plasmius, so you got his warning. That's good. Now things are gonna be different. Once I acquire the Ring of Rage and the Crown of Fire, I will be a god and you won't be able to stop me ever. Evil laughter. Nico, really? Pulls something out of his pocket. Is this the Ring of Rage and the Crown of Fire that you need? He had a green ring with a skull on it and a green flaming crown. Vlad Plasmius, what? How did you get those? Nico, Brittany took me in here and gave them to me. You want them, you will have to take them. Vlad Plasmius, I'm afraid I'll let Pariah deal with you. Nico, Vlad, no. He walked up to the sarcophagus and put the key in the lock and it was opened. The Ghost King, Pariah Dark, was awakened. Pariah, who dares? Sees Vlad, you again. Vlad Plasmius, that's right. Nico, Pariah Dark. The King of Ghosts. Pariah, that's right, human, and now you will perish. Nico, I think not. Nico fired Father's powerful fire blast at Vlad Plasmius and burned him badly. Pariah, you have my ring and crown. Give them back to me. Nico, you want them? Come and get them. Nico used instant transmission and beamed out of the Ghost Zone. Pariah, no. Pariah Dark called all his soldiers and the war was about to begin. Nico arrived back home. Nico, we better get ready. Nico ran upstairs fast and he came into the living room. Nico, guys, we got big major trouble. Me, what is it, Nico? Nico, Vlad Plasmius released Pariah Dark. We gasped in sheer horror. Me, the war has begun. Suddenly an alarm happened and I opened a statue of a lion and pressed a red button. A screen flipped over from a picture and it was a radar that showed a huge number of ghosts heading towards our ghost portal. Me, uh-oh. It's a massive ghost exodus. We have a massive ghost invasion on our hands. I pressed a red button and the alarms sounded in the estate and all over Amity Park. We go down into the lab and stood in front of the portal and saw a huge bunch of ghosts come through. It was all of the ghosts in the Ghost Zone and they were running in fear. I run to the radio and post an emergency broadcast. Me, on the pop, attention citizens of Gotham Royal York and Amity Park. This is JD. Knudsen. We have a code red Omega Ghost Invasion. This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. The evil king of ghosts, Pariah Dark has now returned, and we strongly believe that he is trying to finish what he started in the past when Danny Phantom defeated him. We have a major emergency situation that's put our entire town and planet and city in terrible danger. Lincoln, I'm increasing the anti-ghost shield to fit the entire city. He pushed some buttons and the ghost shield now covered the entirety of the city. Ben, JD. This is it. This is what Maria had a nightmare about. We're gonna need everyone on this. Me, you read my mind, Ben. I called in everyone we know, and I called in our friends and comrades. The entirety of the kids next door, the teens next door, the Sinestro Corps, the Avengers, the X-Men, the Teen Titans, the Skylanders, the Green Lantern Corps, the Blue Lantern Corps, the Indigo Tribe and the Justice League were all called in. Once all of our forces have been assembled, I let everyone know about the situation. Also, some of Danny's enemies and allies were helping us. We also had Pandora, who is the Ghost Zone's variant. Me, now we're going into war against the evil king of all ghosts, Pariah Dark. I know his name has sparked terror into the hearts of all of you in the Ghost Zone. But with our combined power we can take down Pariah once and for all and rid the Ghost Zone of his reign of terror. Very. So are you all ready? Everyone cheered. Me, Danny send the word. Me and Danny formed a video window in the Ghost Zone. In the Ghost Zone, Pariah was gathering all of his forces for the fight to retrieve his ring and crown. The viewing window came. Me, Pariah Dark. Pariah, the famous JD. Knudsen. How nice of you to grace my presence, child. Me, save the formalities, Pariah. I hereby declare war on you. So get ready, Pariah Dark. Your days of terrorizing our worlds are over. See you on the battlefield. The message went away. We stood ready in front of the Ghost Zone portal. Me, ready guys? Vince, we're with you all the way, partner. Carol, that's right. Nico, let's get him, guys. Me, let's go, guys. We go into the Ghost Zone and flew out to Pariah's castle. We had all kinds of attack ships and more ready for the fight. We also were armed with laser weapons and all kinds of devices. The battle that will decide the fate of Earth had begun. At Pariah's castle we arrived and saw that he had millions of skeleton shoulders ready for the fight. Me, there it is. Brittany, this is gonna be an epic fight. Jared, it sure is. Lily, this one will be one like no other. Nicole, we're ready for anything. Me, alright. Attack. Lily sounded the charge horn and we flew in and fired energy blasts, lasers, and elemental blasts at the soldiers. We drew our weapons in a major clash and fight began. Massive explosions of different elements and powers blew apart the land. Dora fired a fire blast and burned them in her dragon form. Carol fired atomic rays and gravity lightning and micro-oxygen rays at them and blew them apart in fiery explosions that turned part of the land into a huge sea of fire. Ember fired energy blasts from her guitar and threw blue fire hair blasts. Ben turned into Big Chill. Ben, Big Chill. He and Kyan went intangible and phased through the soldiers and froze them in ice. Kyan fired a huge blast of endothermic ice fire and froze them. Xian and Sora fired light blasts from their keyblades and blew some of them apart. Aqua, Terra, and Ventus fired a huge blast of lightning and blew them apart. Cyclops fired laser visor blasts. Storm fired lightning and tornado blasts. Beast and Wolverine slashed them. Jubilee and Ronnie Ann fired fireworks streams. Angel flew in and bashed some of their heads off. The Skylanders fired all their attacks and fought them. It was a massive and brutal assault that shook the entirety of the Ghost Zone to the core. Skulker and Technus then fused together. They became Skull Tech. Technus, now we as Skull Tech will destroy you. They fired energy lasers and missiles at the soldiers. Nico fired a powerful blast of fire at the soldiers and burned them real bad and they disintegrated into ashes. It was an extremely savage and brutal onslaught and the kill count was continuing to rise at an accelerated rate. Lainey wrapped up the soldiers in her plant powers and slammed them into the ground. Rachel fired sound blasts at the soldiers and blew them away. The Lantern Corps fired yellow, green, blue and indigo light blasts at the soldiers and blew them apart. The kids next door and the teens next door fired laser blasts and blew them apart. The Redemption Squad was having their share of the fight. Captain America, JD, let's do a combo. Me, you got it, Steve. We slammed on the ground with devastating force. Me and Captain America, angelic soldier punch. A powerful shockwave blasted the soldiers apart and Lana, Lola, and Lila fired ice and fire blasts and melted and incinerated them. Lincoln and Static fired lightning at them. Permafrost froze them in ice and shattered them. Francis fired fire blasts. Teresa fired sonic blasts, Venom, and Clayface pulverized them into dust. Breach used her portals and beamed them into the Sunday. Rex built a powerful sword and slashed them. Cricket jumped onto the soldiers and pounded them. Sonia, Rocky, and Kathy helped beat the soldiers in their monster forms and the worst shark girls were chomping them. It was all an extremely fierce, savage, and relentless onslaught. We defeated all the soldiers in 2 hours and it was a brutal and savage fight. But it was an opening act for the evil Pariah Dark himself. Pariah Dark came out and he was ready to fight us. Me, Pariah Dark. So we meet face to face at last. Pariah, yes it would seem, JD. Maria, that's him, JD. That's the ghost I saw in my dream. Sam M, he's still as ugly as he was before. Tucker, he sure is. Me, you're gonna pay for everything you've done, Pariah. I will never forgive you for all the pain and suffering you've caused to both our worlds. Pariah, very well. I accept your challenge. I go Super Angel God and Nico goes Super Saiyan 3. Me, let's take him on together, Nico. Nico, you got it. We went at him and punch him in the face and he there his mac at us and I grab it and throw it back and it hit him in the chest and we kick him in the stomach and we dealt him all kinds of teamwork attacks. We punch him in the face and kick him in the chest, stomach, and face. We both punch him in the stomach at the same time and he belched out a huge amount of ectoplasm. Me, Nico, let's use our combo. Nico, right. Nico charged up a X10 Kamehameha and I charged up a final shine attack. We merged our attacks. Me and Nico, final shining Kamehameha. We fired a powerful blast of red and green energy and they hit Pariah and sent him crashing into his castle where it exploded with incredible power. Crab. The explosion was so powerful and so devastating that it completely obliterated the castle and reduced it to nothing. Out of the rubble arose Pariah Dark and his power was totally drained and his clothes were shredded and he was badly burned and bleeding ectoplasm profusely. Nico, whoa. He's really tough. Me, he sure is, but his power has been severely crippled. Let me finish him off. I raised my hands into the air and formed a spirit bomb. Me, everyone, share your energy with me. Jared, the spirit bomb. Let's give him our power for it. Everyone did so and the spirit bomb was as big as the planet Jupiter. Me, this is awesome. Now it's time for you to pay for your crimes, Pariah Dark. Nico, get him, JD. Me, with pleasure. Pariah saw the massive energy ball and he was petrified with pure fear. Me, this is it. I threw the massive spirit bomb at Pariah Dark. He tried to push it back but it was far too powerful and it completely obliterated him in an instant and not even an atom of him was left. It went out into the distance of the ghost zone and it exploded with incredible power. Crab. We won the fight. I fell to the ground exhausted. Me, panting, it's over. We did it. We all cheered wildly. The war was over. Pariah Dark was gone forever and he will never terrorize our worlds ever again. We were thanking everyone. Me, thanks for helping us all. Skulker, keep your thanks. But this doesn't mean that we will help you all again. Me? Well then. You in Tech News have a 10-second head start. They got away. Box Ghost. This was all amazing. Klemper. It sure was friends. Ember. This was so awesome destroying the Ghost King. Breach. It sure was. We got rid of the most evil ghost in the universe. Me. We sure did. Number 5. To Cree, thanks for deciding to help us, sis. Cree. No problem, Abby. That's what family's for. Frightwig. I hope we never have to fight another ghost like him again. Venom. We know. Me. Yeah. Let's go home. We did and got some hard-earned rest. The fight was over and the war with the Ghost King was over. Vlad Plasmius was now forever sealed into the Book of Vile Darkness for all eternity. The end. Another fanfiction complete. The Danny Phantom series is finished. Now it's back to regular chapters. This was by far the most action-packed chapter me and Nico did together. Thanks for the ideas, man, as usual. The Ghost King, Pariah Dark, was one of the deadliest enemies of Danny Phantom, and Brian Cox did a great job voicing him back in 2005. Let me know what you all think. See you all next time.